Hello everyone, welcome to MCN Television. I am Lisa Thotamari presenting you news roundup of India for the past week. And you are watching India This Week. First of all, highlights of India this week. U.S. State Secretary John Kerry expresses regrets on alleged misdeeds after the arrest of Indian diplomat Devyani Khobragade. Finance Minister Palaniappan Chidambaram says India is prepared to deal with the tapering of U.S. bond purchase. Indian merchant ship captain Sunil James and another sailor Vijayan were released from Togo after 5 months of imprisonment. Indian Parliament approves a John Lokpal bill to clamp down corruption in society. India to test world's lightest supersonic fighter light combat aircraft Tejas soon. Infosys co-founder Nandan Nilekhani and his wife Rohini Nilekhani gifts around $8.08 million to the National Council of Applied Economic Research. Arvind Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi Party might constitute the government in Delhi. The government clarified that the waiting period for prospective adoptive parents to adopt a child depends on the availability of an adoptable child suited to their requirements. Now, news in detail. U.S. State Secretary John Kerry has expressed regrets on alleged misdeeds after the arrest of Indian diplomat and Deputy Consular General Devyani Khobragade. The issue has hurt the close relationship with the U.S., and there are strong protests in many parts of the country. As the U.S. has reiterated that it would not drop the case, India has transferred her to the permanent mission in New York to ensure full diplomatic immunity to her. After slapped with charges of visa fraud and misrepresentation, Devyani was subjected to indignities such as handcuffing and cavity searches that are meant primarily for drug smugglers and common criminals. India has expressed strong protest on the inhumane treatment of its diplomat, and Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh called her treatment by the U.S. deplorable. India has summoned U.S. Ambassador Nancy Powell to lodge a strong protest in the arrest of its senior woman diplomat. Further, India has cancelled meetings with visiting congressional delegation and curtailed courtesies and privileges enjoyed by American diplomats in New Delhi. Indian police has removed all the additional traffic barricades near the U.S. mission and has asked the U.S. embassy officials to return their identity cards. Indian officials suspect conspiracy and plot to frame Devyani, as the diplomat's absconding maid Sangeeta Richards' family was taken on an expedited visa to New York on December 10th, just 2 days before the diplomat was arrested. Finance Minister Palaniappan Chidambaram said India is prepared to deal with the tapering of U.S. bond purchase. He said market is already factored in the U.S. Federal Reserve's decisions and therefore is not likely to be surprised by these moderate changes. The minister had a discussion with Reserve Bank Governor Raghuram Rajan. The U.S. Federal Reserve on Wednesday night announced a planned reduction of the monthly bond purchases to $75 billion from the existing $85 billion. The U.S. Federal Reserve had announced in May that it will taper bond purchases, sending the markets world over in a tizzy. However, later it postponed the decision. Indian merchant ship captain Sunil James and another sailor Vijayan detained in Togo were released on Thursday. James and his colleagues were arrested when he had stopped in the West African country to report an attack on his ship MT Ocean Centurion by pirates. However, the authorities in Togo accused the captain of aiding the pirates and arrested him. While on detention, James' 11-month-old son Vivian died on December 2nd. Indian government has put its best efforts to release James so that he can attend the funeral of his only son. The family of James thanked the government. Indian Parliament has approved the Jan Lokpal bill to clamp down corruption in society. Anti-graft movement leader Anna Hazare thanked the government for passing the bill and ended his 9-day fasting. Hazare said he would form watchdog bodies comprising people of impeccable integrity to keep an eye on how the law is enforced. He said the bodies will have retired judges, state police chiefs, and others to keep vigilance on how the law is implemented. India will be testing world's lightest and indigenously developed supersonic fighter light combat aircraft Tejas soon. The aircraft is battle-ready for testing by its Air Force pilots. The aircraft has a unique record of being accident or incident-free during its 2,400-odd test flights for over 3,000 hours since its maiden sortie. Tejas was conceived 3 decades ago and has awesome skills, including its daring maneuvers in battlefield. The final operational clearance will be given in the next 12 months and will be inducted to the Indian Air Force Fleet as Squadron. Indian Air Force noted that the Tejas has undergone all weapons and systems tests using bombs and missiles in strike mode. The aircraft was also flown at a maximum speed of 1.4 Mach and in all weather conditions at high altitudes and low temperatures. Infosys co-founder and Unique Identification Authority of India chairman Nandan Nilekhani and his wife Rohini Nilekhani gifted 50 crore or around $8.08 million to the National Council of Applied Economic Research from their personal wealth. This is one of the largest private gifts to an independent economics research organization in the country. The funds will be used for a new India Center of the institution and new research and knowledge capabilities at the council. 2 years back, the couple had donated 50 crore rupees to Bangalore-based India Institute for Human Settlements to fund the establishment of its School of Environment and Sustainability. Nilekhani is one of the directors of IIHS. They have also given $5 million each to IIT Bombay in 2002 and Yale University in 2008. India This Week will resume after a short break. Stay tuned!